What is going on, everybody? D Illa here. Man, I got some crow to eat, don't I? This team's on a 3-game winning streak. And yeah, I do believe they beat 2 piss poor teams, which they did. But the team that they beat last night, that's not a bad team. That's not a bad team. I can't take anything away from what the New York Giants did last night against the Green Bay Packers. The Packers, the team that beat last year's Super Bowl champions 1 week ago. Our New York Giants went out there and beat them. I was throwing in the towel 2-3 weeks ago, and now we're on a 3-game winning streak. And now I'm just sitting here with stupid face. Don't know what to say. Oh, man. I don't know. This is a very unpredictable game. It is. If you don't believe the NFL is unpredictable, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's just like the Titans Miami game last night. Who the hell would have thought the Titans were going to beat the Miami Dolphins last night? Like, the Titans had the improbable task of stopping Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane. And they were able to do it. And then we go out here and beat the Packers last night with our third-string quarterback in there. Our third-string quarterback, who is on a 3-game winning streak. Tommy DeVito. When the season started at the beginning of the year and we all saw Tommy DeVito was on this roster, most of us looked at his name and was like, who the hell is this guy? It's just crazy to me. It is crazy. And now I'm starting to think, like, what do we have going on here with Tommy DeVito? Like, everybody wants to talk about Brock Purdy. Man, I'm thinking about Tony Romo back in the day, when he came out of nowhere and basically took over the Dallas Cowboys and led that team for over a decade. Or nearly a decade. Like, is that what we have going on right here, right now with Tommy DeVito? And I feel bad because a couple weeks ago I wasn't crapping on the kid, but I basically came out and said I don't really care what's going on with him. I was like, I'm half Italian and I don't give 2 shits. I really don't. And now the kid's on a 3-game winning streak. And I'm sitting here eating my words. I don't want to continue to just downplay what he's doing. If this guy actually turns out to be the guy that's going to lead our beloved New York Giants for years to come. Now, what's the chances of that actually happening? Probably slim to none still at this point, but who knows, man? Who knows? DeVito came out, played a very good game. I know a lot of people out here are talking about how this offensive line is playing better, but you saw throughout that game, there were plenty of instances where that Green Bay Packers defensive line was putting pressure on DeVito, and he was just slithering away from the pressure and just finding small little holes that he could just navigate through to either complete a pass or run up the field for chunks of yards at a time. The man rushed for over 70 yards in the game. Yeah, he only threw for 158 and a touchdown, but he put over 70 yards on the ground. Like, I just don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. And man, I was preaching draft position the past 3 or 4 weeks. And now I don't know what to do. I don't know what to believe when it comes to this team. Giants defense came out. Jordan Love really didn't look comfortable throughout that entire game. He threw a bunch of errant passes. Deonte Banks probably should have had another pick on a badly thrown ball that was to Dontavian Wicks, where Jordan Love missed him by like 2 feet, and Deonte Banks was standing right behind him, and as Deonte Banks was going to the ground, the ball basically just hit him right in the chest, and he couldn't come up with it. But man, that should have been another interception for Banks this year. Pinnock got a pick on pressure applied by Xavier McKinney coming off the edge. That was an awesome play. And Kayvon, tipped a pass. The defense just played really well. I mean, A.J. Dillon had a few good runs here and there. Not too many chunks. He had one screen pass where he got behind the line of scrimmage, caught the ball over the middle, and had a pretty good run up the left side. But, most of his runs, I think maybe his longest run of the night was for maybe in between 8 and 10 yards. But other than that, they really shut him down. The defense just played very, very well, man. Very well. And I was talking about Wan'Dale Robinson before the game, and I was like, he hasn't done much of anything this season. I was talking about him and Shep. Shep didn't do anything. But, Wan'Dale comes out and puts up over 70 yards receiving. And I was saying before the game, what do you expect out of Wan'Dale Robinson? What, 25 to 30 yards? Man, all the predictions that I had before the game, man, they were just completely so far off base. Dude, I couldn't hit water if I fell off a boat when it comes to my predictions at this point when it comes to this team. Couldn't do it. So, the Giants are on a 3-game winning streak. They're going into New Orleans next week. Playoffs are still in sight. Are we going to have a playoff team this year? I mean, realistically, most likely not, but I don't know, man. I just don't know what to think about this team anymore. I'm just completely dumbfounded by it. Derek Carr's had 2 concussions this year. He's had a multitude of injuries. If Jameis Winston plays in that game, I don't know. Now, maybe Jameis might be a better option than Derek Carr at this point, but who's to say we can't go in there and beat the Saints? The Giants' defense, they are one of the best at actually defending running backs coming out of the backfield in the passing game. So, we might be able to shut down Kamara. And if you shut down Kamara, you got Olave. That's really the only guy you really have to worry about. Michael Thomas ain't there. We can worry about A.T. Perry. Taysom Hill's banged up. Who knows, man? The Giants may go on a run here. But you still have the Philadelphia Eagles twice. And that's going to be... I don't even know what to say. Don't even know what to say. Logic would tell me we're not going to beat the Eagles. But at this point, I don't know what to say anymore. Don't know what to say anymore. But we got the win. So it's on to next week. It's on to New Orleans. We'll see what happens. We'll continue this roller coaster ride. But that's it, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.